What up, people? Good afternoon. This is actually one of the most popular songs right now in the Afrobeats sphere. Um, but yeah, so just for another 30 seconds, enjoy some Afrobeats, my favorite genre of music. How's everybody doing? I haven't been online in about 3 weeks. Had some unfortunate things happen in the family. What's up, Miss IJ? What's up, babe? How you doing? Anyway, so about 5 seconds, gonna get started. Let me put the music down or turn it off, preferably. Check it out. It's by Kiss Daniel and Techno. It's called Buga. You can check it out on Spotify. Anyways, let me put this on pause. So, today we are going to be talking about enriching your circle. Anyways, I'll start with an introduction. Hi, my name is Cecil Williams. This is the 9th episode of the Cimifly Live, the entrepreneur's journey. And today's topic, as I mentioned, is enrich your circle. Surround yourself with smarter friends and colleagues. So I always start off every episode with a sponsor message, and today's episode is brought to you by Cimifly Live. Cimifly Money. My apologies. It's a platform built to empower my community with financial literacy and to live better financial lives. So you can check it out on medium.com, or you can type in Cimifly. It's CIMIFLY.medium.com. You can check it out. But like I said, so today we're talking about enriching your circle. Basically, my last Cimifly Live I did was talking about networking, and we're essentially going to continue the conversation where we talk about enriching your circle and essentially how you need to surround yourself with smarter friends and colleagues to be able to get to where you need to go in life. I think if people want to grow professionally and personally, the people you surround yourself with will help you achieve those goals, dreams, and the successes and things that you're looking for in life. So I like to start off things by reciting a few quotes, and then from then we go into our talking points in our discussion. So the first one is decide the friends, mentors, and leaders you want in your life, in your inner circle, and court them with emotional generosity. Make it matter, by Gary Goldstein. So just exactly what I was saying. I think you have to be intentional. And this is not probably for everyone. I think if you want to be successful in life, if you have a goal, if you have ambition, you have to be intentional with how you go about moving and the people you choose to surround yourself with as you grow. The next one is expand your inner circle to include those who can challenge your thinking and escalate you to heights of success. Simon Bailey. That makes a lot of sense. At the end of the day, I think if you are going to plainly said, if you want to get to higher heights, you have to be intentional. You have to put people around you who are going to question you. You can't just put a lot of yes men and yes women around you and that type of stuff. You have to make sure you have people around you who are going to challenge your thinking. They're going to challenge your ideas, your thought process, because I think that's the only way you're going to grow and get to the next level. You have to make sure you're constantly growing and the people around you are going to help you get there. And the third one is you can't shake hands with a clenched fist, Indira Gandhi. And I think this one has so many meanings to this one in the sense that you can't close yourself off to the outside world and expect things to happen. It's like the saying, if you want something to happen, tell the universe and it'll conspire to help you. Or in a networking setting, you can't just go into a room and go sit in the corner and expect the things that you want to come to you just because you think you showed up. So we'll get into that a little later, but those are just some of the quotes that I wanted to talk about today, and we're going to get into it. So I think, like I mentioned, as you grow your personal and professional life, the people you come across and the people you surround yourself with are very important. If you have goals and ambitions, you have to be very intentional about that circle. So, I mean, and I will give you real life examples as it pertains to what I'm doing, or I mean, some of the things that come to mind of the people I've come across and experienced things with. So, with RD, when I started it, I had to find someone who had a personality that complemented me, and that's how Ralph came into my life, especially with RD. I mean, we'd been friends for some time now, but he had a bubbly personality. He had an outgoing personality, which was literally the opposite of mine. And I always tell people, whenever he's around me as it pertains to the brand, then everything comes alive as it pertains to Royal Dynamite. And he had certain levels or certain traits within the entrepreneur world and business that I didn't have. And we complemented each other and made sure we did what was necessary. And as we grew, we met people along the way who helped us. Our first screen printers we probably had for the first 5 years were a Persian couple. And when we got there and they saw what we were trying to do, they helped us. Not only were they just saying, hey, this is how much it's going to cost, they would guide us into what kind of products to use, who to talk to for certain things, and that type of stuff, and getting us to meet other people. I mean, customers. I mean, it starts off with your friends, but those friends, even if they cannot be customers in the form of purchasing, they can link you up with other people. I mean, that circle we had was what enabled us to have partnerships with the likes of Issa Rae, Lovey, because of the people we know and the people we've met. So we've always been in a position to make sure the circle we have, it enables us to get to the next level. Now, one of the things I would always say for me, which is kind of a pitfall, and because not everything is always perfect. Before I came back online in 2021, I disappeared off of social media for 5 years. Now the world became a place where the way we keep in touch wasn't only by phone, and which was the traditional way for back in the days where everybody only kept in touch by just being on the phone, texting your friends. But social media became a very important and integral part of the way we keep in touch. And when you disappear, everything falls with that, because people forget about you, whether you like it or not. If they don't flow you, they can't know you. If they don't see you, they don't know who you are, and all that type of stuff. And I lost some of those relationships, and as a result of that, that circle that I was building disintegrated at the end of the day, because there was no consistency in me showing up for those people, and them showing up for me. And that's a pitfall. And I always say, in life, if you want to grow, one of the most important things, you have to be consistent. You ultimately have to be consistent. And that's a lesson I learned. But not to say at the end of the day, you lose those relationships. They're there. It's your responsibility to figure out how to nurture them again. It's not this thing where you come like, hey, remember me? Here I am. Remember we were friends. It doesn't work like that, even for your very, very close friends. But in this case, we're not necessarily just talking about close friends. We're talking about the people that are going to be part of that circle to help you get to the next level in your professional network, that essentially will give you peace of mind even in your personal life. So same thing with work. I always tend to come from an entrepreneurial perspective, wherein but at the end of the day, even for people who work a 9 to 5, I always say this is something maybe I practiced and I experienced, but when I think back at some of the jobs that I worked, and maybe some of the people that used to irritate me were probably some of the smartest people that you could ever interact with. And in hindsight, I always say to myself, like, damn, I should have kept in touch with some of those people. Oh, I should have stayed close to some of those people to learn, because you get into office environment and there's multiple departments in certain companies, and you have a passion, a side hustle or whatever. There is somebody in your company that is getting paid to do exactly what you want to do, or learn about what you want to do. And it only makes sense that you align yourself with those colleagues to learn from them, take them out to lunch, talk to them during work hours. You get 8 to 12 hours with them every day, have conversations with these people and learn. as you learn, or as you open yourself up to them, you talk about personal things, they get to learn about what you like or what you want to do in life. And they can help you with resources, they can help you with other things, they can help you with other people to meet, they can help you with tools and all that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind, whether it's in your entrepreneurial life or in your professional 9 to 5. Align yourself with the people who are smarter than you. I think it's important for you to find smarter folks, because at the end of the day, there's a saying, I think, is, hey, if you were the smartest person in the room, then you have a problem. And that's pretty true. I'm the only person in this room right now, so it's okay. I don't necessarily have a problem just yet. But at the end of the day, you have to surround yourself around people smarter than you. I think that is one of the principal ways to grow, because people who are smarter than you they make life easy for you. That's the most important thing. They make life easy for you. You tell them your problems, or you tell them what's going on in your mind, and they can quickly solve it. People who are smarter than you make way for you. They can introduce you to people because they have gone through it, whether it's through experience or just pure intelligence. They make things easier for you. I mean, even when, for us, as we're building our brand Royal Dynamite, as I'm building my brand in Cimifly Money, I have people that I surround myself with. I have an editor in Allison who is super, super intelligent, and she edits my work and makes my work look like liquid gold. So at the end of the day, I don't take credit for everything I do, or everything I put out. Like, I'm able to get people that make me look good. I mean, my wife, at the end of the day, I say, I married a person 10 times smarter than I am, which makes my life so much more easier. I mean, sometimes it's silly things where you're cracking your brain thinking about things that, how am I going to fix this? And you just say it out loud, and she will just say, oh, you can do this. And you're sitting there thinking, like, how did I not think about this? But at the end of the day, this is principally and essentially why you need to surround yourself with people just smarter than you. And if you get that, I mean, my coach, my business coach that I have, like, he helps me solve problems I mean, some days I get on the phone and I'm just, or on our Zoom calls, and I am just rambling, and I am just going on and on. And in one sentence, or in one text messages, he solves my problems. Like, he would say, what do you like? Is this what you're looking for? Okay, cool. Before we even get off the call, I get a text message introduction for someone to help me with calendar planning, to help me with social media, whatever it is I need. So that's why I say it's important for in the process of enriching yourself, you surround yourself around intelligent and people who are smarter than you, because only then are you going to be able to be efficient and get to where you need to get to much, much, much more faster. So to talk about the third quote, where it says you can't shake hands with a clenched fist, that quote has so many meanings. I mean, for one, like I mentioned, you have to seek the people you want. You can't just assume that because you've thought about it, these people are just going to come. I mean, for me, doing these things definitely helps. I get people reaching out to me to give me feedback. I get people reaching out to me to have conversations about things that or angles that I probably wasn't even thinking about. So I think it's important to make sure you don't just say, hey, I'm going to figure this out by myself. I mean, that's one of the ways you can kind of say I have a clenched fist. Secondly is, when in doubt, ask. If you're thinking about something, I mean, yesterday, shout out to Carl, my brother, I put out a video about the Amazon stock split. And I've probably been trading or messing around in the stock market for about 10 years. I've had a long-term portfolio for maybe the last 5 years, which I've kept. And as a result of that, I've had to learn a lot of things that maybe I've taken for granted. And as you see all these influencers on social media these days, or people putting out this information, and you're saying, damn, I probably know just as much as these people, or I am learning from them. But one of the things I'm learning from them more than anything is their courage to put this information out there, because there are people looking for it. And when I just made a quick, I think it was a 2-minute video about the Amazon stock split, my mentor always said to me is, yes, all these people are out there, they have their community, but you also have your community. So make sure if you are a voice of reason or a someone who has the information that they're looking and look up to for that information, put it out there. And I made this 2 minute video, and my brother hit me up and a few other people hit me up about just getting my opinion, and I shared what I knew about these things. And a complete stranger made a comment that they were on the sideline about it, and now they're reassured to go in. And if you don't know, go check out my Instagram. It's the video I posted before. Well, it's my last video that I posted about Amazon. And essentially, you have to put yourself out there for people to embrace you. And as a result of that, you keep making sure you align yourself with other people, and the consistency with doing that. And with that said, it's also never, you can never be too proud to reach out to people. Stay humble, make sure you humble yourself, and understand why you're doing things. Stay grounded and make sure you don't get in your own way, because I think far too often we get in our own way of success, or we overthink things, or just arrogance, pure arrogance, whatever it is. Sometimes we get in a position where we just stumble too much. So never be too proud to ask for help. If you, I mean, this is something I'm learning, because I'm someone who likes to sit in front of my computer and maybe hours trying to figure it out, when sometimes all it takes is a question. I mean, and that's why I've surrounded myself with pretty intelligent people. Like I said, first my wife, my son too. I mean, he's only 3, but I'm learning a lot from him. My coach, like my mentor. My entire life I've always said I use distant mentors, which is basically people you find on the internet and you just follow them. But actually having someone that you can talk to on a weekly basis, who's going to guide you through things, who's going to question you about things, or a circle of friends. I mean, my business partner Ralph and other people, like, you tell people things, they take it in and they question you, or they give you their opinion. I think it's very important for you to have those circle of friends. And as you grow, the ideology of surrounding yourself with smarter friends means you're going to have to lose some friends and colleagues throughout the path, because you're going to realize some of those people don't really add benefit to your life. Rather, it's stressful. It's not to say, hey, you're not my friend anymore. It's just about boundaries. That is one of the things that over the last few months I have been learning, to understand how to have boundaries. You don't cut people off. I mean, people say cold turkey cut people off. I mean, eventually maybe it might get there, but I believe that if you have boundaries, then you're able to control your environment. And we're all learning with these things. So I think as we learn and we move forward, we learn what works and what doesn't work and what makes sense for our internal peace. Because ultimately, I think what we need as individuals and as human beings is peace. I mean, yes, happiness is part of that. And people who say if you're happy, then everything is solved. Not necessarily, because sometimes some of what you're chasing has nothing to do with happiness. At the end of the day, it could have everything to do with whatever your individual desires and wants are, and things of that nature. And I think when it comes to entrepreneurship, some of it is benchmarks, things that you set in your life. Now, yes, I would say don't put too much pressure on yourself, but for those people who do put a lot of pressure on themselves, like me, don't overthink it, because when you do, you go into a state of depression, you have constant anxiety, and you're not productive. So again, if you surround yourself with smart people, delegate. I mean, I have a whole team of people that are helping me make sure RD is going where it needs to go. We have a lot more work to do, but I have to utilize them better and more. Same thing with my Cimifly money, just people who are there to support me, to make sure I don't stop doing what I need to do. I'm accountable to them. Like, I mean, if I go a period without writing, then Allison's asking me the questions. When is the next article due? Then I have to be like, I have to say, hey, damn, I have to put this stuff out. I have to write my article. I have to make sure what I do. But it keeps me thinking, like, okay, how do I keep this machine going? Because once you put yourself out there with the expectations that people are going to get something, they want to keep seeing it. I mean, so this is my 9th live that I'm doing. And I mean, I didn't think I would get here. Maybe I thought I would have done 1 or 2, stopped, and just whatever. But the consistency of me wanting to continue to do these things, I enjoy doing them, but at the same time, I am building a network off of them. I am having conversations offline with people that are helping me grow, that are giving me ideas, that are giving me topics to talk about, and just things to grow. So again, Let's just recap really quickly. In order to enrich your circle, you have to surround yourself with smarter friends and smarter colleagues. As an entrepreneur, professionally, personally, you have to make sure you know what you want, you have ambition, you have intention with going after these things. So I mean, it's not for everyone. When I say these things, it's not every single person who needs to be running with intention. But if you have the ambition, if you have the plan, if you want to achieve certain things in your life, you have to be intentional about it. You have to surround yourself around people who are smarter than you. You have to find coaches, you have to find mentors, you have to find friends who are going to challenge you to be better than the version you are 1 minute ago, 1 day ago, or your future self. Also, if you are working a 9 to 5, because not all of us are going to be entrepreneurs, it is a difficult journey, but hey, we make it work. Find the people at your job that are intelligent, smart, and are getting it done. Find a way. I mean, you have access. There's not even finding a way. You have their access to their email address. You have their phone number. You can walk up to their floor, their desk, go to them, talk to them, befriend them, buy them lunch, and just pick their brains. You'd be amazed how people open up when you have personal conversations or even professional conversations about wanting to know. Everybody wants to tell you about their story, whether personal or professional. So make sure you utilize your professional network at work. Also, like I said, with your circle, never be too proud. Stay humble. When in doubt, ask. And constantly, as you grow and move up, or however you're moving, make sure you surround yourself. I can't stress this enough. Make sure you surround yourself around smarter people, because it's going to make your life so much easier. And everything in your mind, your brain, put it out there. Just put it out there. There are people out there ready and willing to be of service to answer your questions. Human beings inherently just want to help other people. So if you put it out there, then the universe will conspire to help you. But if you don't, you're not going to get your answers. So, with that said, yeah, I mean, this is this week's um, Cimifly Live. To everybody who joins, I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. The goal is to keep growing this thing. The goal is to get to the end of the year and beyond. So I really appreciate everybody that joins, who comes on, and thank you very much. Enjoy your. Today is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, and we'll be doing this again. I think I'm going to be doing another one next week, just based on the way the month is happening. I have a lot going on the back end, but I will be on again next week. Normally I do these every 2 weeks, but I will be on again next week, and I will see you all next week. So have a blessed rest of the week. Enjoy the week. Be productive and go out and get things there. Thank you, Miss IJ. Appreciate it. You guys all have a wonderful day.